Hello, welcome back to Conscious Evolution. My name is Alan. Thank you for joining us here today. Today, I was going to make a video of this and just, post it, edit it, and post it later, but I've been making short little videos all day today for one thing or another for the channel, for the Patreon. So I've been doing a lot of recording and editing. So I'm just kind of being lazy right now and I'm just going to go live and record the video this way. So I'm going to try to keep it kind of short. We'll see how it goes though. Real quick update that if you haven't checked out the Patreon page, go check that out. It's really cool. I like it a lot. I poured my heart and soul into it, and I really hope you enjoy it. Um, and yeah, so today we're going to read Solomon Speaks. I haven't done this in a while, and I felt compelled to do it, and I just figured I would record it. Why not? Got my Solomon Speaks book signed by Dr. Eric Pearl because I'm just fancy like that. So if you don't know, I haven't done this in a while. What I do is I ask the universe for a message, and then I just kind of scroll through and just pick a random page, and that's the message for me that day. And today it came out to chapter 2. I want you to wonder. So I'm going to read the chapter, and then we'll talk about it briefly if you don't mind. So it's a really good message. I think that everybody can benefit from at this current now moment. So I'm going to go ahead and read this, and you let me know what you think. You participate in the chat. Oh man, I uh, I deviated from my keto diet today. I ate a cheesesteak and a whole bunch of French fries, and I even drank a sweet tea with sugar and carbs. And oh man, I loaded up on carbs today. Feeling a little buzzed on the sugar right now, but it's all good. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. Anyways, Solomon Speaks on Reconnecting Your Life is the name of the book. It's a great book. If you don't own it, I strongly suggest you get it. I got it for like $8 on Amazon or something like that, or eBay. I think I paid $6 for it. Absolutely worth it. It's a short read, but the information in it is so powerful, especially with the healing work and the energies. Like it's if you want to understand the energies of the healing work that I do, get this book. All right, chapter 2. I want you to wonder. I want you to wonder. I want you to realize another plane, part of a much greater plane. You have always been part of the cycle. You are here to facilitate your perception. You are coming into a plateau of existence. We have much to understand in this space. You understand something that will carry you to another experience. This is just the beginning of a tantalizing journey. I have been here with you before. I want you to understand that there is no danger in reaching out, yet you must characterize your facility in a way that is in rhythm with the universe. You cannot just understand with your logic. The music of your life is in your instinct. Your life is as meaningful as your ability to reach out. It is this search that endows you. Energy is that which is in your life in all instances. It is pervasive. It is not to be threatened or beguiled. You are a novitiate of this world. This is your apprentice time. I wish you to understand you live your life. It is written in your experience. It has a foundation that is clearly, distinctly your own path. You see, it cannot be preordained. This is of your being, that these energies flow through you. I am not only a part, but a participant in this exchange that's not outside of you, it's inside you. I want you to feel that this force is palpable. Feel it. Can you feel it? It's there for you to access. It is a channel to wisdom that is looking at you, to a greatness that exists in space. You hear it with your life. It is incumbent that you desire this force, for it's what is the greatness of all existence. You have a heart that is ready to be opened. It is a difficult responsibility to bear, you know. It is overwhelming in many ways, but it will accentuate the life force you already possess. Energy is the key to connect to a greater hope. You have a force of nature coming through you in your hands that responds to environmental stimuli. It is a two-way encounter. It comes in, it flows through, it goes out. And in that interchange, you will understand the existence you so long to desire. Many can reach this, but eyes are blind, you know. It's only a few who dare to open their eyes, and often those who do are blinded by what they see. The kind of knowledge you seek is written in your heart, it is not outside of you. In looking to access it, I wish you the utmost inner quest. However, it is your quest. It will become clearer as you move forward. It is in transition and in your life. You will feel discrepancies intertwine in a way that you don't want them to. It is not always your clear desire. There will be a recognition of a palpable force. It will feel clearer as time goes on. These are such difficult times, you know, and so many hearts remain detached. Your mission, in a way, is to connect a spiritual heart to a spiritual existence. It's not always an easy thing to undertake, but it's the quest of life, you see. You must allow yourself a different space. It is time to feel much more. Allow this life force to pervade you. Hmm, that's a powerful 2 pages right there. What a message, right? It's like I want you to wonder. My favorite thing in this is the music of your life is your instinct. I love that. I used to say that a lot. You know, to me, it means like trust your instinct, trust your gut feelings. I mean, everything we need is inside of you. I wrote that down. Nothing is outside of you, it's inside of you. Everything you need to know is within you already. And it mentioned it twice in these 2 pages, because they find it important. It's important for you to know that, especially if you're coming into alignment with the inner healer, the healer within you. If that healer within you is awakening, it's very important that you know that the answers are within. You know, you don't have to look outside to outside forces or outside anything for any answers or any what's the word I'm looking for? Shit, I can't think of the word. For whatever, you know what I mean, hopefully. So in the beginning of the paragraph, it says, "You are here to facilitate your perception." You're here, another way of saying that is you're here to facilitate your reality, as we're all here co creating this reality, right? So you are here to facilitate your perception. You are coming into a plateau of existence, and we have much to understand in this space. And you understand something that will carry you to another experience. This is just the beginning of a tantalizing journey. You know, I read this book at the beginning of this year, and it's been a tantalizing journey for sure. Another thing that's okay, the energy is that which is in your life in all instances. Well, when it says that which is in this book, that means source energy. So when it says energy is that which is, it means energy, source energy is in your life in all instances. We are always connected to source energy. What's up, Dustin? How you doing, brother? All right, you go do your thing, man. It's 7 o'clock. You're still working? I don't know what time zone you're. Anyway, and then it says you're a novitiate of this world. It is your apprentice time. It's time it's time to put in the work, guys. It's time to get some shit done. You know what I mean? It's like it's like when you awaken to this, when you have this spiritual awakening and you awaken to the inner powers and that there's nothing external to be worshipped, that is your apprenticeship. You know, it's you stepping in and learning, and you learn from a lot of other spiritual teachers that are here, and then you lay the groundwork, the foundation of this experience, of this perception that you're here to facilitate. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm drinking coffee here. Coffee and tea, chai tea, coffee, whatever kids call it. It's good though. I intend some 5D energy into my X-ray. Good, very good. So you cannot. Excuse me. Sorry, I know it's loud in your ear like that. You cannot. I wrote this down. Hold on. This is important. You cannot just understand with your logic. So that's telling me there's a few things. They're telling me that there's something that's more than what we could perceive possibly in our asleep or logical 3D minds. You know, you're realize another plane. You realize there's another plane of existence that's all around us right now. That's all, and we've always been a part of this cycle. To me, that's what they're talking about. To me, is this reincarnation cycle. Like, you know, we're going through this Earth school, the school of ascended masters and archangels. Essentially, we're here in training to become an ascended master, an archangel. You know, I've been listening to a lot of the Law of One recently, and it's some really profound stuff in there. But it's just kind of like a more of a confirmation of a lot of these things that I've already been learning. But it's like a PhD level dissertation on esoterics. Like, it's complex. Like, they talk about the pyramids and stuff. Talking about the pyramids being essentially like an ascension chamber, you know, for the ultimate self-reflection, that ultimate going within to literally ascend out of your physical vessel. It's is why they that raw or that collective consciousness helped the ancients build that pyramid. Is exactly what they said, that they build that pyramid with thought, that they called it ageless stone for the Great Pyramid. And essentially, that is just an ascension chamber, that those initiates that were prepared, that were ready to go in and face themselves and to have that ultimate experience of ascending out of the physical form. That's why they built the pyramids. And they said also today, like, it wouldn't work the same because of the shift of the poles on the planet, and it's like 20 degrees off something. Like, it would work, but it's got like so much maleficent energy or malevolent energy that's been there by the misuse of the tools of that tool of the pyramid, that it would be not the original purpose it was intended for. Anyways, got a little off track there, but it was fascinating to me. And that apprentice thing kind of made me think of it. You know, that also the I have been here before. You have been here before, and I want you to understand that there is no danger in reaching out. No danger in reaching out to spirit, reaching out to source, reaching out to God, or angels, whatever it is. There's no danger in that. Yet you must characterize your facility in a way that is in rhythm with the universe. Your life is as meaningful as your ability to reach out. It is the search that endows you. And it said it twice in here that nothing is outside of you. It's all within. Nothing is outside of you. And that maybe the most important thing to me is two things, that this force is saying, this force, this energy is, it is incumbent that you desire this force, for it's what is the greatness of all existence. That's powerful. This energy, this force is what is the greatness of all existence. You have a heart that is ready to be opened. So that's like the apprenticeship, right? It's like opening our hearts. It's what we're going through, this spiritual initiation, going through and learning the powers that we have, awakening that inner healer, and learning that we have a force of nature coming through you and your hands that respond to environmental stimuli. We all have the ability to do this. It's a two-way encounter. It comes in, it flows through, it goes out. And in that interchange, you will understand the existence you so long to desire, that you are connected to everything. We are all connected. And you all have the ability to access this force, this energy. It's man, it's beautiful. But it also says you live your life. It is written in your experience. It has a foundation that is clearly, distinctly your own path. We all have our own path. It cannot be preordained. So you choose whether you're going to wake up and go down this path, or awaken to this spiritual awakening, the spiritual initiation. It's your choice. Like, you could choose to wake up to it and go right back to sleep. Consciousness, it's a fundamental force of the universe, just like gravity and magnetism. Mm, yeah, I would argue that you couldn't have gravity or magnetism without consciousness. Mm. You have a heart that is ready to be open. It is difficult responsibility to bear. It is overwhelming in many ways. It will accentuate the life force you already possess. Energy is the key to connect you to a greater hope. You have a force of nature coming through you and your hands that responds to environmental stimuli. I don't know about you guys, but when I learned about this healing work, I couldn't think about anything else. When I first felt that energy flowing through my hands, I couldn't think about anything else. I couldn't stop thinking about how magical this world was, and how magical that all the planes of existence were, and how many planes of existence there are. There's existences within existences right in our existence. How crazy is that, right? Nobody seems to want to include awareness as a variable in their equations. Indeed. I wouldn't say nobody. Infinite infinity. To infinity and beyond. My brother told me a Toy Story joke, or Buzz Lightyear joke today. It was really funny. It's kind of vulgar, so I'm not going to repeat it. But that's just made me think of that. So I thought this was a great message from the universe, from my angels, my guides today, that I just opened it up to the book, and this is it. And this is not the first time that this. I actually think I did a video about this probably like 6 8 months ago. Um, it's just, I felt this was a message for more than just me today. This is something that reminds me, because I live in these frequencies. I live in them and use them and facilitate healings day in and day out. It's my life. I absolutely love it. And I've seen how it's transformed me, how it's helped me transform, how it's transformed other people's lives. All the lives of the people around me have been touched in one way or another by these healing frequencies, by my words, by my consciousness, by your actions. The things you do directly affects the people around you. You know, when you stop reacting to what people say, you stop getting triggered by what someone says to you. If someone says something to you that normally triggers you, and they say it to try, because they're just essentially trying to get that reaction out of you. You're like, oh, you're spiritual now, and they just jab you with it to see how you react. And if you don't react, then they don't know what to do. You know, they don't know how to respond to that. Usually it's just with more poking and trying to stab you to bring you down to their level. 'Cause those two levels of energies can't coexist together. They got to come into an even plane. You know what I mean? It's easier for them to lower your vibration than it is for them to raise their vibration. Because let me think of all the work you've had to do to raise your vibration out of that lower existence. Hello, Ricky. How you doing? In looking to access it, the energy to open your heart. The kind of knowledge you seek is written in your heart. It is not outside of you. In looking to access it, I wish you the utmost inner quest. However, it is your quest. Again, it is your quest. It is your experience. It is your perception of reality. It's your reality. It's the reality you're creating. However, is your quest. It will become clearer as you move forward. It is in transition, and in your life, you will feel discrepancies intertwine in a way that you don't want them to. It's not always your clear desire. That's exactly what happened to me right after I got into these frequencies. After I had my first distance healing session done to me, my life radically changed. Oh, sorry about that. My life radically changed. It took a huge man, it's twice in a row I looked up and it was 2:22 on the live stream time. That's crazy. But my life, I felt a lot of discrepancies intertwine in a way that I didn't want them to. And it's not always your clear desire. It's like you don't want that in that time. You can't see the totality of it. You can't see the perfection of the whole to this experience. You know, these storms that happen in your lives are happening for a reason. It's to move you forward on a better path, a higher timeline, a greater version of yourself. You know, it's not always clear in that moment that you're going through this dis-ease, this uncomfortable feeling that you don't see it in that moment. That's your number 222? Perfect. So I had that happen repeatedly. Like after that, I was exposed to these frequencies, started working with these frequencies, and it just like radically transformed my life. And I was resisting it until there was a point I remember, and I made a video. I think it was called Holy Shift. Like it was just, I was just done. I knew that there was another storm waiting for me, and there was. I could have easily went into that and experienced that and tried the same old shit over and over again that I had been doing for the months prior, several months prior, trying to trying to help people that didn't want to help, trying to save people that didn't want saving. You know, you can't help somebody that doesn't want to help themselves. You can't help somebody that's not ready to open their eyes yet. You can't force people to open their eyes. And that's like what I learned. And I had a really hard time letting go of that. But it was like this one instance I just shifted and I knew that I was done with it. That I didn't need another experience like that to tell me that this isn't where I'm supposed to be in my life right now. That I'm supposed to move on no matter how hard that is, no matter no matter what that decision encompassed or entailed or who I had to leave behind was really painful for me to do, but I knew that it was for the greatest good of me. Now that might sound a little selfish to some of you, but it's not. If you don't look out for yourself, if you don't heal yourself, then you're not going to be good for anybody else. You're not going to be healthy to be around anybody else. You're just continuing to feed the same old dramas, the same old. You're just keeping in that old cycle, that cycle of karma, that unbalanced karma, so to speak, and you just stay in there and you keep repeating the same experiences in different ways. It's the same people, maybe different people, and same general shit that's happening in your life. And it just continues to go on until you learn how to walk away or express yourself in a different way, or someone decides that they want to have an awakening. But usually it's not designed that way. When you wake up, the people around you aren't going to wake up with you. And that's for a reason, because that's what you have to go through. That's what you need to experience to learn the lessons that you need to learn in that moment to help with your future self, when your higher timelines, when you're going through, because you're going to be faced with those similar situations in the future with different people, with the new crowd, with the new like-minded people. You're going to have similar situations, and you'll know how to handle them because of what you've went through, and you'll know what not to waste your energy on because of what you went through. You can't help people that don't want to be helped, so you're not going to invest the time and energy to do that if you know they don't want to help themselves. So it's all a learning lesson. It's all it all has a purpose. It's all for your highest good. All right. Yep, you can't force healing on anyone, but you can you can charge them for documenting that you made an effort. Western medicine in a nutshell. Indeed. Ultimately, you have to be slightly selfish. If you're not properly taking care of yourself, you cannot properly care for others. Indeed. That's That's so true. I mean, you can have the perception that you're helping others, but if you're not healed yourself, then you're just entangling your subconscious and conscious mind with another person that isn't healed, and you're going to work out and play out those karmic lessons that both of you have uh, yet to learn. That's exactly what's going to happen when you spend a short period of time with another individual that hasn't. I don't want to say it hasn't done the healing work, because with another person that isn't self-reflecting, if you're doing self-reflection and you're working on yourself and you're really changing your perspective and personality and changing your energy, which is going to change your reality, and eventually all the people in your life that don't align with that energy will just fall away in one way, shape, or form, because like I said, those frequencies got to level out, and either you go back the way you were, or they'll just fizzle out of your life somehow. And it's usually not a pleasant experience. But lots of people get hung up on being too selfish or too self-sacrificial. Yeah, I mean, it's like everything, you got to find the balance. There's a balance in there, and absolutely, I will tell every one of you that you need to be selfish. Take care of you first. Stop putting others first. Stop putting other people's stuff above you. You're doing things you don't want to do for other people, and there's things you could be doing for yourself that will help yourself, help heal yourself, help balance your own energy. That's what I needed a timeout from. That's what I needed to spend. I spent several months in like a hermit mode, really, really figuring it out, figuring out the balancing of my energy. I had a lot of activations in this time and a lot of help from my guides and angels and whatever you want to call them, whatever term resonates with you. And that time was paramount in my life. Right now, I still use the things that I learned in that alone time today. And that was like the first time I honestly ever reflected on what I wanted. I was such a people pleaser, and still am to a degree, because I mean that's a hard thing to break. Like I really truly don't like confrontation, and I will avoid it and try to do anything to avoid that. But, ultimately, I'm learning to stand on my own 2 feet and to not get into those situations, you know what I mean? To not be in a position to where I have to make sure someone's happy, or to remind myself it's not my responsibility for your happiness. It's not my responsibility for how you perceive what I say. It's got nothing to do with me. That's your filters, that's your perceptions, that's your reality. All right. Starseed. Hello, Starseed. I look at it more of needing to recharge, but when hold on. But when is any one person fully healed, per se? Yeah, true that. Many are assisting healing while still healing themselves, aka the wounded healer archetype. Indeed. Indeed. I mean, I don't think anyone's ever truly healed unless you're like the freaking Dalai Lama or something. Actually, I don't even know who that is. I don't know why I said that. Unless you're like a Buddhist monk. I almost said Buddhist priest, but priest just doesn't taste good. It's just like like one of those Buddhist monks that spend 40 years out in the mountains meditating. And even that, like they're still working on things. Like, we're never truly healed, but we can get to a place where we can balance our energy to where we can help more than we need help. I think that's a good way to say it. Mm, that is cold coffee. I strongly dislike cold coffee. Oh, well, I hope you guys enjoyed the chapter I read here. I had a couple people commenting. Thank you, Dustin, for all the conversation. Even though he's at work still, it's all good though. I really appreciate all you guys. I love you guys so much. I have so much fun doing these lives. Just took a big drink of cold coffee. Ah, I really don't like cold coffee. It's like gross. It's not supposed to be cold. I slack hard. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. It's hard for me some days because everything I do is creating content and working on my website and working on the Patreon and all the other learning things that I do. It's usually with the esoteric or healing stuff, but lately it's been like SEOs and ad campaigns and all that boring stuff. But it's so important with an online business to know these things. So I've really been doing a lot of studying, and it's like that's something like I don't love. I love creating content, and I know I need to find a way to get it in front of the right people on all the platforms that I have. So like my website especially, I'm really trying to figure that out. And it seems like without paying for ads, it's freaking difficult. Hey, what's up, Antonio? How you doing, brother? Glad to see you here. Glad you made it. If you didn't see the whole thing, go back to the beginning. And now we're getting some people in here as I'm about to shut it down. 33 minutes and 30 seconds. 333. Oh, no, it was 33:33. Man, it was 6:33 tonight when I decided that I was going to do this live stream. I was like, you know what? This is something I need to record. And I was like, no, I'm just going to go live because I don't feel like recording anything else and editing anything else today. And I looked at the clock. It was 6:33. I was like, yep, that's what we're doing then. I love being guided by my numbers. Synchronicities are amazing. And I heard a whole thing, and it was 7:33 when I started talking about 6:33, by the way. I started listening to this Cryon earlier to where he was talking about numerology, and it was really, really fascinating, especially with the master numbers. And we really don't have a definition for a master number over 33. Like that's the highest level of mastery that we've obtained on this planet. And the master numbers go all the way up to 99. And it's like every like 44, 55, 66, 77, 88, 99. Those are the master numbers. But we only know up to 33 is the highest defined master number. The next one would be 44. But 33 is, Christ consciousness, compassion. And it's interesting to me that that's the number I see. And he also said that a lot of healers will see the number 33. I also found that really interesting. So I started looking up master numbers again today. I've done a lot of research on them before, but that was probably like 6 months ago. So I might get back into that. I got a new tarot deck with an actual thing that somebody gifted to me recently. I got two decks now. So this has a book explaining like the actual tarot to it, like what the traditional tarot means. So I'm really excited about that. And my Wisdom of the Hidden Oracle deck that Jessica so graciously gifted to me also. Thank you, Jessica. Much love. She's in California now. She's having fun with her friends out there. Seems like she's having a really good time, and she's avoiding the cold on the East Coast. Here it was 38 degrees last night, and I think it's about the same right now. It's freaking cold. Excuse me. All right, guys. Oh, that's what I was gonna say with the tarot stuff. Do you guys like me doing the tarot readings? I was thinking about maybe creating another channel to do the tarot readings because I do have another YouTube channel that I created when I right after I started this channel that I never use. So I'm trying to figure out whether I should delete it or repurpose it. So I don't know. Let me know what you think. Um, I don't seem to get as many views for the tarot readings as I do for my general videos. So I'm curious, like, what do you think? Should I do the tarot on here and keep it all meshed together or start a new channel with the tarot? Kind of curious about that. Like, what if I start a new channel and like don't show my face and hit it really hard and see how hard and quickly I can develop that into the tarot world? Because that's like a whole nother niche, you know what I mean? So I don't know. One of the many thoughts I have. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed the book. If you didn't get to see the beginning, go back and listen to me read the chapter and what I think about it, and leave your comments below what you think about it also. If you haven't already, go to my website consciousevolution.love and subscribe. Put your email address in and subscribe so you get updates and newsletters and discounts for healing sessions. And go to the Patreon site, guys. Like, I really don't like asking for donations, even though like I could really use them to continue on doing what I do because this is what I do. You know what I mean? And every little bit helps because it costs money to maintain all the stuff that I have going here, and it's essentially I'm just. Anyways, I don't want to get into all that, but it's not cute to continue asking for donations, and I really don't like asking for donations. But the one time I did it when I had to leave California, you guys like really helped me out. Like, oh my God, I'm so grateful for that. You guys paid for me to get across the country. Like, how amazing is that? Like, I almost cried. Like, I think I did like tear up a little bit. It's such gratitude and appreciation and the love and support I feel from you guys. There's like a core group of like 10 to 15 people that I've talked to for months now, like some since the very beginning, and it just warms my heart and it makes me feel appreciated because I know the words that I say have helped so many of you guys, and what you've done for me has helped me. So it's this give and take, this energy exchange. You know what I mean? And I'm really liking. I'm really grateful for it. But anyways, I went down a little tangent there. I just wanted to say, check out the Patreon, donate to that, and you get something for it. You get either exclusive content or you're become a part of the mastermind group, which I'm really excited. The first meeting is in 6 days. um, the next healing session is in a couple days. I think it's in a week for the DNA activation group, so go sign up for that and you'll still get 4 full sessions for the month of November. And there's a lot of tiers on there, so you can go check those out. There's multiple tiers of membership, so I look forward to you guys being in there. I'm really gonna start hitting that hard once a few more people sign up for it. That's all I can think of right now. I love you guys so much. Be the change that you want to see in this world, and love yourself because that change Starts with you. Embody that change and watch your reality change to reflect your new personality. All right, guys. Bye bye.